Morning Muttonistas. Some of you who have watched some of my recent videos might be a bit curried out by now, but never fear, we always freshen things up on channel Primemutton, and what a refreshing change of direction we have today. Of course, I'm stood outside a cold, damp Manchester Piccadilly station, and if I'm at the station wearing this hat with a blue shirt on, there's only one reason why. Yes, it's another football vlog at possibly the most difficult away ground Manchester City have to go to in terms of fans travelling there. So join me folks for today's Matchday vlog of Manchester City away to Norwich. So this trip is immensely complicated by the fact I can't actually get back today. The game starts at 5:30 and there are no trains back from Norwich that will get me back to Manchester this evening, so I have to overnight somewhere. So the obvious choice, given we're going on to Lisbon for the Champions League game, would be London. However, the main line from London to Norwich is not operating today, so as always I come back and the railways are in a mess again. So will it be London, will it be Norwich? Well, you'll have to wait and see. So when I arrived at the station I didn't have a ticket anywhere, and looking at the schedules I decided upon London. So I'm going to stay in London. I'm going to drop my bags at a hotel that I haven't even booked yet, nip over to King's Cross and hopefully get to Norwich a couple of hours before kick-off. I'm always into disorganised last-minute travel, but this possibly takes the biscuit. And I'll add, part of the attraction of London had been that I was going to stay with a friend who was going to collect my bags at the station and leave me to it, but he's got COVID now. So, never a dull moment on Mutton Tours, folks. So I managed to book a hotel whilst I was on the train close to Euston. Quick dump of my bags and then on to King's Cross for the next leg of the journey. So there we are folks, quickly into the hotel, quick dump of the bags, straight off to King's Cross. Why oh why do they never think of the supporters when they time these matches like this? Anyway, we do what we do and we're all a captive market, so we fill the grounds anyway and they can do what they want. Let's arrived at King's Cross. Now, this is not the station you'd normally go to East Anglia, Norwich, Ipswich, Colchester, that sort of place from, but the main line is shut, and you'd normally go to Liverpool Street Station in London, one of the many stations in London to go there. So I have to take a train to Cambridge from King's Cross and change there. Sometimes I feel, and some of you won't know this if you don't live in the UK, that 1 in 3 train journeys tends to go pear-shaped. So, on to the second train of the day, and those of you who might wonder why I'm not cracking open the tinnies or anything, well, the answer is I'm not really match fit. Had a bit of a heavy one last night, so I'll rehydrate myself and go to a boozer when we get nearer the ground. And enjoy that British Matchday staple, the bacon butty with brown sauce. Hopefully I'll feel a bit better after this. And finally, one last change at Ely, a station I've never been to before. There's no getting round it. Getting from Manchester to Norwich is just difficult, even at the best of times, on a real ball ache today.
Platform 1 is with the bike, please use the last door of the train.
So 5.5 hours later, we've got here. I think I deserve a pint after all that. And if I'd have taken that train that goes all round the houses, that would have been 4.5. So if you consider that I checked into a hotel in between, it's the same thing going via London. So, having a pre-match pint with Jonathan, who is a Norwich supporter, and Norwich's fortunes have picked up of late under Dean Smith, so they now have a fighting chance of avoiding relegation. I hope they don't take that out on us today, but I'm confident City will get a result. So I'll add, by the way, it was actually quite hard to get into a pub in Norwich. The first pub wanted evidence of home tickets, all sorts of stuff, or wearing Norwich colours, whereas the second pub, thankfully, Jonathan spotted some policemen outside and said, oh, one of us is a Norwich fan, one of us is a City fan, can we come in? So just keep your top zipped up and we'll be just fine. I suspect the presence of the police was actually quite helpful. Anyway, I'm going to down this because it's nearly match time and we'll see you at the stadium. So it's not too far from the station to the stadium, about a 10-minute walk. And the team news has come out. Ake is playing at the back. Always have a nagging doubt in my mind that he'll get caught in possession or something like that. Although he has played well in his last couple of games. No Kevin De Bruyne, which is bad for my fantasy team, and Sterling's playing up front. So, Raheem, please don't miss any sitters again today. Maybe that's where I should have stayed tonight, but I guess the rates would be sky high when there's a match going on. Here we are. I think we've reached the away end, and about 10 minutes to kick off, so we'd better get on with it. What an interception that was, bloody hell. They should have scored that, they should have scored. Sloppy at the back. Thankfully, their strikers are pretty blunt. Go on! That'll get checked, but looked like a million players were offside to me. That was, so I'm not liking some of the stuff I'm seeing at the back today. Come on lads, sort it out. Go on. Go on. Oh! As always, Sterling in the right place, and he can never finish these things for Christ's sake. One rain. Well, maybe the guy was listening to me. After all my barracking of Sterling ball finishing, he goes and kills one into the top corner. 1-0 City. Half-time, 1-0 City. City have been good value for that lead. A second will kill these off. They are very, very blunt up front, so City just need to score again, and I think we'll be home and dry. As always, impossibly difficult to get any service at half-time. Famous cricket pies, but I'm just going to have a pint. IPA, East Coast IPA, probably from somewhere near Ipswich. Ironically, some great half-time entertainment, but I'd better get back for the second half and drink this very quickly. I have to admit, I got carried away with having a pint and singing in the concourse at half-time, and I missed the second goal, which was scored by Phil Foden after some ridiculous defending by Norwich. Another very, very soft goal from some pretty poor defending by Norwich, and that's game over. That is next.
You should never join Chelsea. You wanted to rejoin Arsenal, Barcelona offered it, and it was only 35 million.
Well folks, a comfortable win for City in the end after an early scare, the odd Norwich attack, but after that they didn't really threaten. I thought City were good, not spectacular, but more than enough to deal with Norwich, who have quite a hard season ahead of them, but they're not like the first name that everybody says in terms of who you think's going down. They have a chance. That was my first game for about 6 or 7 weeks. Regular viewers will have noticed why that's the case. Anyway, lots more coming up, including the game in Lisbon on Tuesday. I've now got my own tricky evening of changes of train, cancellations, rail replacement, bus services, and so on and so forth, and God knows when I'll get to London. And I feel sorry for those people who are going to get back to Manchester at 2, 3, 4 in the morning, or whenever it is. So I'm going to wrap the video up on a train that's sitting in Cambridge Station and not going anywhere. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, share and subscribe. And most importantly, don't forget, you can't beat a bit of mutton.